Hey, Nick here with your Western games for the 4th of November for the Northern Hemisphere. Everyone played today, so we have 8 home games to go through for the West, so I'm going to speed through these. First up, Houston hosted New York. They beat them by 12 points, 109-97. For New York, the starters did everything. There was no bench, so don't look there. Cat, 17 points, 19 rebounds. You gotta love it if you're a Cat owner. Jalen Brunson, 29 points and 24 shots. Not fantastic. And then pretty generic stats for everyone else. You go over to the Rockets, and again, the bench not doing as much as the starters were. Alperen Şengün, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks, 11 of 15 shooting. Is he back? I personally hope so. He's on my team. Fred VanVleet, also 19 points on 8 of 13 shooting. That's pretty good because he has substantially struggled recently. Jalen Green, 15 points, 16 shots, not great. And then probably a shout out from the bench because there is at least one here. Amen Thompson, 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. It's very efficient for what he is doing. So that's that game. Timberwolves hosting Charlotte. As for Charlotte, LaMelo Ball, 19 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 15 shots to do it. That is not great. Charlotte played a very deep roster here, in fact suiting up more people than I know. Didn't matter, they still lost. Minnesota, on the other hand, it was Naz Reid off the bench, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 of 7 from 3, 9 of 13 overall. That was really the key here. And Edwards, 21 points, but only took 11 shots, kind of quiet. Rudy Gobert, 8 and 8, and 4 assists, which I guess is a bit of a high for him. Good grind out game, it seems, for Minnesota. We go over to Thunder hosting the Magic. The Thunder go 7-0, 102-86. Magic still trying to figure out who the next Paolo is on the team. Wagner, 22 points, 17 shots to do it, not great. Jalen Suggs, 19 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds of 6 of 13 shooting. Really like 6. That's pretty good for him. No one else really stands out here. We go over to the OKC. SGA, 21 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Chet, 14 and 9 rebounds. Jalen Williams with his big game today, 23. And that was really it. Otherwise, even spread. And we've talked about this. OKC may be tricky to touch on this year because they're a good team and there's not really any individuals really carrying them the whole way. Portland and New Orleans play again for like the 50th time, I feel. New Orleans getting the host, but not being able to win it. 118-100 Portland's way. Portland, we have Anthony Simons with 24 points on 10 of 17 shooting. That's pretty good. Some guy called D. Banton, Delano, it seems. He had 20 points off the bench, 8 of 9 shooting, so that was very efficient from him in just 12 minutes. I don't know. Scoot, 5 points, 5 assists, 5 turnovers. Is he going to figure it out? Who knows? Ayton with 19 and 13. There's definitely some players on this team. Ayton's probably the one I'd highlight. He seems to be consistently steady. Go over to New Orleans, and this starting lineup starting to look very different every time I look at it. Brandon Ingram, the only star from the main squad, playing 27 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 11 and 24 shooting. And Jose Alvarado getting a bigger role with 18 points, but 4 of 14 shooting kind of shows why he doesn't normally have that role. Brandon Boston Jr. out of nowhere is in the starting lineup, had 20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Would have been a great streamer if you could have possibly known that that was happening, but let's not obsess too much. Just keep an eye on the New Orleans Pelicans. Someone's got to play there. Dallas hosts Indiana and unable to take the win, down 127-134. Indiana had Pascal Siakam with 23 and 6 and 4, assists on 10 of 16 shooting. Miles Turner had a big 30 points, 11 rebounds on 10 of 17. Tyrese Halliburton coming back to form, 25 points, 12 assists, 2 steals and a block, and 4 rebounds on 10 of 16 shooting. Benedict Mathurin in the starting lineup. Basically, the point is, if your name's not Andrew Nembhard, you played well in the starting lineup. Not that you played bad, I'm just from a fantasy perspective. Go over to Dallas, it's Luka, it's Kyrie. So Luka with 34 points, 15 assists, 7 rebounds, that's pretty good. Kyrie Irving with 27, 5 and 4. Klay Thompson, 4 of 8 from 3, 16 points. You've got Najee Marshall coming off the bench, 25 and 6. That's really it. I wouldn't overstock that. Even Daniel Gafford had a very quiet. They clearly ran a bit of a small ball there, something to keep in mind for those centers. We go over to Denver. They hosted the Toronto Raptors, the frisky Raptors, I would say. So Grady Dick keeping up the just fantastic amount of content. 26 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 10 to 20 shooting, 4 threes made. That's fantastic. Jakob Poeltl with 24 and 11. RJ Barrett with 16 and 10 assists along with 6 rebounds, but did shoot 5 of 21 on the game. And the bench really got in the action, but no one stands out. You go over to Denver. Let's talk about Jokic. 28 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. If for some reason your league hasn't started and you can draft him, just overpay it. Just overpay it, deal with the consequences. It's just so good. Westbrook in the starting lineup and has 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal and a block. Does have 4 turnovers, but 6 of 10 shooting. That's a really good game for him. Is this his role? Probably not. Jamal Murray comes back, it'll be over. You go over to the bench and it's not really worth looking at. We go over to Suns hosting Philadelphia, the Paul George return game. How did it go? Not great. 15 points, 4 of 14 shooting, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. He had 32 minutes of cardio there. It is expected. He's just come back from an extended absence with that hyperextension. Hopefully he's able to get back to form. Tyrese Maxey, though, clearly a beneficiary of maybe having a second threat out there because he scored 32 points on just 23 shots. He was averaging almost 25, 26 shots in that stretch, and he wasn't shooting great. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and a block for him. Nice all-around game, and hit 6 3-pointers. Obviously 15 attempts, but it's a makes league, so we're doing all right. Then the bench got in a bit of scoring action there, but nothing really obsessed over there. We go over to Phoenix. It's Kevin Durant carrying the Suns today. He had 35 points on 14 of 20 shooting. Wow. 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Nurkic. Sorry, I was about to call him Jurkic, but it's Yusuf Nurkic. He had 15 and 15 today on 5 of 8 shooting. That's fantastic. So you might be thinking, oh, well, that means Beal played well. He did. He had 17 points, 7 of 10 shooting, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. That's great. And then Devin Booker. He has his 40-point bomb, and then he does this. This is just the experience with Devin Booker. He has a really good game, and then a subpar one or 2 subpar ones, and he comes back. 13 points on 18 shots, and the free throw line was the main reason why he got that total up. He had 7 of 7 makes there. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and a block. Classic. That's all I'm going to say about that game. Final game for the night. It is Clippers hosting the Spurs, winning by 113 to 104. Victor Wembanyama, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 9 blocks. Almost got that elusive triple-double blocks. 9 of 22 shooting, 2 turnovers, so those are his negs, and he shot 2 of 9 from 3. But, it's just the fact that the blocks alone, his team had 10 blocks, he's 9 of them. That's crazy. Chris Paul, 14 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 turnovers. He's looking fantastic. Can he maintain this? I really hope not, because I lost him in my league. By my own hands, but still. Go to the Clippers. Zubac, 17 points, 13 rebounds. I'm going to highlight the 13 rebounds. 10 of them came on the offensive end. So that's pretty impressive considering he's going up against Wemby. James Harden was 17, 8, 4, 1, and 3. I'm reading that: points, rebounds, assists, steals, block. Surprising that he's playing this much defense, but the points and assists is a bit more in line with what you would expect from him. Norman Powell, 23 points on 15 shots, didn't really do much else in the box score there. You go over to the bench, and Amir Coffey, 21 points, 6 rebounds, a steal and an assist on 8 of 10 shooting, making the most of those minutes. That's about it for these games. In terms of my fantasy standout, I actually can't give you a specific name today. I don't have one. But what I do want you to pay attention to, it's more of a general tip, is New Orleans. So New Orleans right now has just been decimated by injury. This happens sometimes. Memphis was like this last season where you really didn't know who was going to suit up. So if you are able to invest a little bit extra time, figure out who is in the lineup for New Orleans, who's going to get some random 25 minutes that they really would never get otherwise. And maybe just stream those players for a little bit because everyone's kind of settled into their roles now. Everyone, is producing enough to give you an average, to give you an informed decision. So I'm going to say keep an eye on New Orleans to see what happens. That's my Western tips. And this is a long video and there's going to be more long ones this week because it's a long week ahead. Take care.
Yo, Fauzi here in the East. A whole bunch of games today to get through. Let's start with the Bucks visiting the Cavs, going down 114 to 116. Crazy block by Jarrett Allen to save the game at the end there on Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard paced the Bucks here, 36 points, but 8 turnovers as well. No Giannis in this game, so Bobby Portis, 21 points, 18 rebounds, gets the start. Portis has always been a valuable fantasy contributor when he gets minutes there. So if you feel like Giannis might miss more games, Portis is going to get minutes, go snap him up right now. AJ Green, 21 points off the bench there, 7 3-pointers. So rounds out production for the Bucks here. For the Cavs here, 39 points from Darius Garland. Solid game, 8 assists, 7 threes from him as well. He really led the scoring for the Cavs this game. 17 points Evan Mobley, 14 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists from Jarrett Allen there. Cavs moved to 8-0. They're rolling right now, especially in real life. Golden State visiting the Wizards. This means Draymond gets to hang out with his best buddy Jordan Poole, right? So Warriors winning 125 to 112 here. Not surprisingly, Wizards go to 2-4 right now. Warriors 6-1. They're starting to really start to click now. Steph Curry's back, 24 points for him, 4 3-pointers. Only played 24 minutes as well. Draymond Green, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. I got a guy in my league trying to trade him right now. Get rid of him. Honestly, I think you should hold Draymond. Chris, man, hold Draymond. I think he's got some fantasy value still, especially now with Clay left town. Obviously, Buddy Hield feels the sort of the 3-point shooting and the points. Another 3-pointers for him, 20 points for Buddy Hield. But Draymond still has value on multiple sort of category leagues. Wizards here had 24 points from Jordan Poole. Only a couple threes though, didn't shoot that well. 4 blocks, 3 steals. That's always a nice stats to get from a player that doesn't generally give you that on any given night. Bob Carrington, go grab him right now if you need a point guard. He's starting at the Wizards. I grabbed him in one of my leagues as well. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. On 7 from 12 shooting, can't go ask for anything more from a 19-year-old rookie right now. Let's jump to the next game here. We've got the Pistons taking the Lakers, hosting the Lakers here. Pistons winning. What the hell is going on? Is this a winning streak? I think I'm remembering right now. It's 2 in a row. Pistons 115-103. Lakers fall to 4-3 here. LeBron only 20 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. AD 37 points. Really just continues to ball out, 9 rebounds as well. But maybe the issue here is giving up 115 points for the Pistons right now, and 6 players getting double digits on the scoreboard as well, led by Jaden Ivey, 26 points to lead the Pistons there. Cade Cunningham, triple-double as well, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. Somehow you could go swing a trade for him maybe still. Cade Cunningham could be a real good target right now to bolster your team. We've got the Celtics visiting the Hawks here. Celtics going 7-1, winners 123-93 in Atlanta here. Celtics led by 28 points from Tatum, 21 points from Derek White. I think Jaylen Brown might be out for a little bit here, so I think you'll see a bit of upswings for Derek White in the next few games or so while Jaylen Brown is out. Drew Holiday, 16 points as well. Peyton Pritchard, 18 points, 3 threes off the bench. He's continuing to be a microwave off the bench for them right now. Hawks here, 1 from 10 shooting from Trae Young. Doesn't help your cause for 2 points. Yuck. But Jalen Johnson paced them here with 20 points, 11 rebounds. There's not that many options really, I think, in the starting lineup for the Hawks at the moment. This game was one they really just need to throw away. We got the Grizzlies visiting the Nets here in Brooklyn. Grizzlies losing 104-106. For the talk about Brooklyn trying to tank here and trying to get into Cooper Flag sweepstakes, 4-4 right now. Maybe Dennis Schroeder is balling out way too good. Yeah, bounce back game here, 20 points, 6 assists here. Cam Johnson, 20 points again. Cam Thomas a little bit quiet, 13 points, but they get the win here. That's all that's important for them in real life, or maybe not important for them. Obviously, if they're trying to get into a top lottery pick right now. 25 points from Zach Edey, for the Grizzlies, 12 rebounds as well. Someone tried to trade him, put him in a trade to send him to me in one of my leagues. I think, man, rookies are just up and down. I think this is a good game from him. Wouldn't be shocking if he goes back to another sort of a low game next one. But he'll only get better. That's the good news day. Ja Morant, 25 points, 9 assists as well. Grizzlies here 4-4, not the hot start that everyone thought they might come out the gates with. Sacramento Kings visiting the Miami Heat here. Kings winning 111-110. Close game here. Sabonis, 16 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. Crazy stat line that he just puts out as a standard stat line, I think, for him at the moment. 28 points from De'Aaron Fox. I think he's got a bit of an injury to his hand as well, so to see him continuing to press through that and still produce is nice for the Kings, no doubt. 26 points of DeMar DeRozan as well. On the other side of things, Jimmy Butler, 27 points here, 9 of 9 in shooting. You know, he's had a bit of a quiet start to this year so far. Tyler Hero, 27 points. Adebayo, 16 points, 8 rebounds. I feel like the box score here, though, 5 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. I think if you're Adebayo right now, you should be fairly happy with the production. I don't know if you could upgrade him for a center that might give you something more if you packaged him with something. But you could do worse by just holding him, I guess. Last game here in the East here is the Jazz at the Bulls. Jazz winning 135 to 126 here. Contributors across the board, especially Keontae George shows up when he balls out, 33 points, 9 assists, 6 3-pointers. If you took a streamer on him or willing to hold him on your bench while he shoots bricks to start the first few weeks now, he's obviously paid off for you in this game. Colin Sexton, 24 points. Walker Kessler, 12 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, 6 of 7 shooting. I love his percentages, man. I love percentages. Walker Kessler clearly ticks that box for me there. On the other side of things, the Bulls giving up way too many points, obviously, in this loss here. The Sunmu, 25 points here. Kobe White, 18 points. Vucevic, 23 points, 10 rebounds. Not getting the win, but putting up numbers still in this game. I think the Bulls are, continue to be that 500 team in the East, man, after a few series of moves, obviously. Josh Giddey coming in. But now, obviously, Zach LaVine is out for this game. They're just a 500 team at best here.